talk about cerebral palsy. I chose this topic because after this program's over, I'd like to go into pediatrics, and it's a common disease that affects many children, so I'm sure I'll be seeing a lot of it in the field. Cerebral palsy is a major motor impairment resulting from injury to the brain. It consists of a group of disorders involving the nervous system that affects learning, hearing, sight, and thinking. It varies on the time of injury, the presentation of the disease, and the site of the injury. Sites of the injury could be the cerebral cortex, the pyramidal tract, or the cerebellum. There are three types of CP. Spastic CP, which is has hyperactive reflexes and muscle contraction. There's stiffness in muscle movement and difficulty, and there's increased muscle tone. For apoptoid CP, there's an involuntary movement of the muscles that have no control over the muscles. Ataxic CP involves balance and wide gait and affects the cerebellum. Spastic CP is the most common form and can affect all different types of bones. Diplegia affects the lower limbs of the body. Hemiparesis affects only one side, and quadriplegia affects all four limbs. Here you can see diplegia, which is just the bottom half. Hemiplegia is one side, and quadriplegia is all four limbs. The causes of cerebral palsy are interference in brain development in utero, inadequate blood or oxygen supply, which can develop in the fetus while they're in the stomach or at birth. Prematurity, which in the first trimester it affects the cerebellum maldevelopment. In the second trimester, it's the white matter damage, and the third trimester is gray matter damage. It could also be caused by maternal infections, genetics, and multiple pregnancies. With multiple pregnancies, that means if the mother's pregnant with twins and one of the baby dies, the transference of thromboplastin can cause cerebral palsy in their twin. These are all tested by ultrasounds and MRIs to estimate the time of the injury and the damage caused. Signs and symptoms would be floppy muscles of the baby, reduced voluntary movement, developmental delays such as rolling, crawling, and sitting, muscle tone, which is the most noticeable. The muscles won't coordinate together, and they can contract or relax at the same time, causing problems. The muscles could be hypotonic, which are loose, or hypertonic, which means they're tight. Reflexes are also delayed, posture, balance, and motor function. Continued signs and symptoms would be gait disturbances such as in-toeing, when the toes point in, out-toeing when they're out, limping, and walking on their toes. Impaired motor function. It's recognizable when a child learns to sit or crawl, and the signs to look for when they do that is requiring both hands to use to sit up, difficulty balancing, grasping small objects, how they set objects down, and how they turn pages in a book. Also, their reflexes could be delayed. The treatment for CP is that there is no cure. Treatment is just used to minimize the handicap through therapeutic measures. Sometimes the children will have seizures, so they could be prescribed anticonvulsants. Muscle relaxants are also used to reduce muscle activation from the spinal cord. Prognosis for people with CP depends on the severity of mental, manual, and ambulatory impairments. Survival is only marginally less than children without CP if all these impairments aren't severe. If they are severe, then they are marginally high risk of dying early. There's a reduced social life and employment, and pain is more common than previously thought. Their pain is caused by spasms, dislocations, and muscle pain. Alternate method, Physical therapy focuses on basic mobility such as standing, walking, climbing stairs, reaching, and operating a wheelchair. It helps the child to overcome their physical limitations and treats conditions like muscle atrophy, loss in joint movement, pain, and inflammation. It also helps them use alternate methods for tasks that they wouldn't normally be able to do. And it helps the children to interact with people by playing or helping them to function normally. Types of interventions used are soft tissue mobilization, joint mobilization, stretching, and endurance exercises. All of these are used to relieve stress on the muscles and joints and relax the muscles or increase motion. The equipment used by a PT would be weights, cardio machines, balance balls, hot and cold packs, and ultrasound technology. That's it.